Wouldn't it be awesome to be asked to be in a wedding? Even better to give the toast after the wedding at the reception? Well, some of you might not agree with that part, but that's why we're going to look at Chapter 18, Speaking on Special Occasion Speeches, of Dr. Stephen Lucas's The Art of Public Speaking, 13th edition. I'm not sure if I've mentioned yet, but most of the public speaking textbooks that I have taught out of do include these same topics. Dr. Lucas's just happens to be a popular textbook and the one that most of my schools teach out of, including the one where I am currently teaching. Okay, so what is a special occasion speech? There's definitely a toast. And then there are more. Okay, so there is the speech of introduction, the speech of presentation, the speech of acceptance, and the speech of commemoration. The speech of introduction is a speech introducing the main speaker to the audience. When you are doing a speech of introduction, be brief, be accurate, adapt to the occasion and the audience, and build a sense of anticipation. Okay, I am a speaker. I'm a professional speaker. People have introduced me before. The biggest mistake is being accurate. I know my last name is 17 letters long if you include the hyphen. 16 if you don't. And people look at Gugisberg and they're like, how do I pronounce that? Remember, we talked about it earlier. It's Swiss American, because Gugisberg's actually a town in Switzerland. And then you get to the Connors part, and it only has one N in it, so people say Gugisberg Coners? No. And they might not even get the Gugisberg part right. Blech. How do you help people whose last names are super, super long? Hell yeah. How about you just ask them? If you're introducing them as the speaker to the audience, ask them how to say their last name. Make sure you know the name of the school that they went to if they are being introduced as a speaker who went to a particular school. Be brief. You're the one introducing the speaker, not being the speaker. Adapt to the audience and the occasion. Don't be super excited if it is not supposed to be a super exciting speech. But definitely build a sense of anticipation. Don't say, today we have with us Dr. Heidi Gugisberg Connors, and she will talk about listening. Listening is so exciting and so fun. Please give it up for Dr. Heidi. Okay, like nobody's going to be interested in that. So come on, get excited. Get the audience excited. Make them excited. Woohoo! We have Dr. Heidi, and she's going to talk about listening. Put your hands together for the great Dr. Heidi. You know, something like that. A speech of presentation is a speech presenting a gift, award, or some sort of recognition. I bet you've heard hundreds, if not thousands, of the speeches of presentation. So we've heard them in different places. Probably at our basketball banquets, wrestling banquets, speech banquets, drama club banquets, you name it, we have probably heard speeches of presentation. We've also probably heard speeches of presentation on TV, whether it's Miss America, Mrs. America, Miss Universe, the Golden Globes, the Emmys, the CMAs, the list goes on, and so does the alphabet. If you are doing presenting, obviously someone's going to accept it. But if you are doing the presentation speech, keep it short and sweet. We can still use the same guidelines that I've given you in the introduction earlier. You want to have 3 things to say about the person to whom you are presenting the award. We've also heard thousands of speeches of acceptance then. This is a speech giving thanks for a gift, award, or recognition. If you are going to an awards banquet where you might be given an award, just plan on getting it. Even if you don't get it, at least you'll be ready to give the speech of acceptance. Plus, you'll feel really good about preparing to accept an award. What do you need to give a speech of acceptance? The same things as you need for the speech of presentation. You need to think of 3 people you want to thank. The 3 people you want to thank? Probably the people who gave you the award, and your parents or the people who raised you, maybe your family and your friends. Moving on. If people got this right, they wouldn't be having to play the music or haul them off the stage during all those award ceremonies we're watching on TV. Am I right? Then there's the speech of commemoration. This is a speech paying tribute to a person, group, institution, or idea. If you are giving a speech of commemoration, imagine that. There are guidelines. You want to inspire the audience, heighten the appreciation for the person, group, etc. Adjust your content and delivery to whatever the situation happens to be, and use language creatively. So these commemorative speeches include a variety of speeches. Some of the speeches are roasts. Remember, if you're doing a roast and the person being roasted isn't laughing anymore, then it's not funny. Toasts. If you're at a wedding giving a toast, be careful what you say. Don't drink ahead of time. There are people in the audience who do not need to know what the bride and groom did during one night at college or one night in high school. Grandma and Grandpa probably don't need to know, and neither do the little nieces and nephews and other children running around. Make sure that you keep the toast appropriate. There is also the graduation speech. Definitely tell people what they did well and excite them for the rest of their future. You know, you could do that Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Maybe you can bless them with one of those old Irish blessings. I'm not only Swiss, I'm Irish too. Any of those things will work, but make sure that it fits in these commemoration guidelines. Another thing, especially if you're giving the graduation speech, be brief. Don't go on and on and on, because usually the places where they're having the ceremony are super crowded and super toasty, and people just want to get to the celebration part. So, moving on. As we know, Dr. Lucas's books include a sample speech at the end of the chapter. So, this is brief. This is me. Moving on. Dr. Heidi from my basement. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, technically, you're not supposed to thank people at the end of the speech. Remember, they're supposed to be thanking you. But that was my best impression of Elvis, and I had to give it a try.